If a man is asking you about sex on the first date, problem. He'll change.
He's not changing.
He's not gonna change. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Rain, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a special guest with me, my best friend Sarah.
Hey guys.
And we will be talking about a couple of girl chat topics that I asked you guys over on Instagram. So you guys gave us a couple of topic ideas, and we'll be discussing them in this video while we do our makeup and get ready to go out tonight. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing what we have to discuss and what we have to say, just keep on watching and don't forget to
like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned.
Okay, y'all, so you asked me some questions over on Instagram, so we're just gonna go back and forth and like choose questions and discuss them while we're doing our makeup. So yeah, you want to choose first one?
Yeah. Okay, the first question we're gonna pick.
I'm kind of nervous. Feeling nervous.
Confidence and self-awareness.
Confidence and self-awareness.
I feel like with growing up and becoming like a woman, your confidence develops and with you as well.
Yeah.
Confidence really, I know it sounds cliche, but it really does come within. Like, it's something you have to like grow and learn to appreciate about yourself, and it just truly comes within. And
as you get older, I feel like you get more confident in yourself, and you become more confident with different things. Like,
yeah,
I feel like when you're younger, you're very confident. Like, all there is like your appearance, I guess, and you're around so many people, so like you're kind of constantly comparing yourself, or like you're going based on what other people have told you to be confident about almost. But as you get older, you start kind of discovering yourself, which is where I guess self-awareness comes in. Because a thing I've learned like recently is people like perceive themselves a lot nicer than they actually might be. Or like you may perceive yourself, for example, like you may see yourself as humble, when in reality you're not, which is okay, but you need to like know that you're not, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And another big thing with self-awareness is it's not just like you knowing everything about yourself, but it's kind of like being able to like catch yourself in things you say or do in like social settings, and being able to be, it's just kind of like being aware of like everything about yourself,
your positive and negative things about yourself.
Yeah,
because I feel like some people won't know that like maybe I talk too much, maybe I'm rude when I talk, and like when you aren't self-aware about those traits, you never correct yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like as you get older, you start to catch yourself, like you may have said something bitchy that you shouldn't have said, and like you're able to catch yourself, which honestly is important, because honestly if you can't check yourself, I don't know who will. I
feel like as you get older, like a key to having good like relationships in life are being able to be very self-aware, even when it's kind of like, because a lot of people, it might be difficult for them to realize that what they're doing is negative, but becoming an adult and being able to like find issues and like fix them about yourself is really,
it's important.
It's a very important factor of life.
But as far as confidence, I feel like it's low-key hard to be confident nowadays. Like,
yeah, especially like when you look on social media and compare yourself to certain people, and like you start to think, especially when you're young, like a lot of that stuff is like
stems.
Yeah, especially because a lot of people that are older now, they didn't really grow up with social media.
Yeah, I'm thinking when I was in like middle school, I feel like confidence, I never really focused on it, but I couldn't imagine like being in like elementary school, middle school, looking at Instagram or whatever, even TikTok, and like I couldn't imagine what that would have like done to my self-esteem. Then let me choose another question. Red flags within dating. Oh shit, I have a lot. I'm not gonna lie, they're not gonna come to me right off the bat, but what's one red flag?
A red flag in dating?
Yeah. A lot of my red flags in dating low-key apply to like friends too. Like it's a red flag.
I feel like it's different for everyone.
I feel like your red flags change as you get older and based on other relationships that you've had. So like I've experienced things talking to certain people that I realized I don't like that trait, and I wouldn't tolerate that trait ever again.
For me, I just like, their red flags can be different in like friendships and like also romantically, but like feel like when in like a romantic standpoint, I'd say like possessiveness and like stuff like that, of course. And with friends, it's just subliminal jealousy and like hatred and stuff like that you really have to look out for, because a lot of that is A very big red flag.
I'm not gonna lie, a red flag when it comes to friendships is you asking, like when you, like you saying, hey, you're so pretty, let's hang out. Red flag.
Yeah, that's weird too, because it just shows that's the way you make friendships.
Yeah.
And not only that, but that's the way you look for friendships. Like, that's just very, very weird.
Like, if you didn't find me unattractive, would you not want to be my friend? Like, how does that go?
Yeah, that's I find that very weird too.
In relationships, low-key consistency is like a turn-off, red flag for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that's something that you notice early on within relationships is someone's consistency with you. Like, that honestly tells a lot about their motives too. What else is a red flag? I have so many red flags, I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot. It really differs for everyone, but those are very major ones I would see.
A guy who like is on social media a lot is a red flag for me. What are you trying to get at? Who are you? Like, that's like a red flag turn off for me.
The next question that someone asked is how to spot a fake friend and cutting off fake friends and just people that aren't good for you in general.
I'm not gonna lie, this is what I struggle with, because I've honestly never had to cut off a friend before, and I'm starting to realize that some people just aren't meant to be around forever.
Yeah, I think that, where's my concealer? I feel like I've never personally had to cut someone off, but like definitely distance yourself. I've had to do. I feel like a lot of things can make a bad friend or like a jealous friend, and honestly, if you pay attention, people tell on themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you just really have to like pay attention to like people you surround yourself with and stuff like that, because people tell on themselves.
They do, especially as we're getting older and like more things are happening for people. Like, people are getting new jobs, people are finding new hobbies, people are you're finding out more about yourself, and the way people kind of applaud you, or like if you're down in certain situations, like how people treat you in those times. Is they do tell on themselves. But I think cutting friends off is dependent on what they did to you to make you feel that way. So like if a person just like, let's say what's the scenario, like let's say a person did something to you, whether it be like a girl talked to your ex-boyfriend or like she did something to you, then that deserves like an abrupt cutoff. Like, I tell you what you did, I tell you I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I just move on. But let's say it's like a person that you're just
noticing a lot of red flags.
Yeah, or like you realize like I've outgrown this person, I don't want to, like I just don't care to be around this person anymore. I feel like you don't necessarily need to cut them off. I feel like more so that's like a distance yourself type of situation, and they'll low-key catch on. So it's honestly dependent on on you and the situation. On the situation, because some people I feel like everything deserves because somebody said something that you didn't like, you'd have to cut them off. You have to tell them about themselves, and I don't feel like every situation.
A lot of problems can be fixed if like you feel like that's like wow, like something that a person can come back from. But if you don't, like I would definitely say distancing yourself, or like trying to just realize that this person just isn't benefiting my life, and that's okay. You know, like as you get older, you outgrow people, you outgrow situations. Certain things you would tolerate about a person, it's like you don't anymore. So
it's okay.
Yeah, that kind of just goes back into like realizing certain red flags and like knowing how to go about it.
Next question. Social media pressures, feeling like everyone your age is so much further than you. Okay, I feel like that's a big topic in general.
I'm gonna start off by saying that you cannot fully get too invested into social media, because people, not all the time, but a lot of times people go out of their way to like
show their best selves.
Like people don't post the bad things of life. So for you to think like, oh, like some people's lives are just like all luxury and traveling and doing all that, it's not realistic.
It's not at all.
And I feel like people, they'll take a narrative they see on social media and like really run with it, and that's not good at all. Like you really need to know how to like fully like detach yourself mentally from social media and realize like this is not real life, and I don't know these people, I don't know their situations, their struggles and things like that. And even if people are like telling, like there's a lot of people, especially like in our age group, like they actually really are doing shit. Like we know people who are making 6 figures and like really doing life, and then we know people who
are just in school. Like, not that one is better or the other, but you just have to kind of remember that, like, in due time, whatever is meant for you will, like, happen for you.
Everyone is on, like, their own path of life. Like, just because you see, like, people that are, like, wearing designer and all that stuff and they're, like, fresh out of high school, that doesn't mean that that's the only way it's supposed to be in life.
Yeah.
Like,
and you don't know when your time will come. Like, everything happens in due time. How far are you?
No, my concert.
No.
What are you doing?
Brightening my concealer.
Girls being players.
I think it's good. The only problem is a girl never gets labeled as a player. She gets labeled as a hoe, which is the problem.
Yeah.
But as far as whatever the hell you want to call it, I think it's great. I think it's do what you want to do.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, a man will never have, like, a man can do the exact same thing, but if you do it, it's like, wow, like, you're doing the worst thing in the world.
You don't care.
Like, especially if you're young,
loose,
like,
you're not fast, you're like...
Yeah.
No, I think that... do what makes you happy. Some people want to be in a relationship, a long-term serious relationship. Some people want to go around and be around, and whichever works for you.
I just feel like whatever you feel like is right to do,
just do it.
Hey, because at the end of the day, a man will do that. So,
and worse.
Like, that's just really that. I mean, whatever aligns with, you know, your morals.
Your morals and your wants.
Go for it.
Go for it. Ooh. My under eyes are looking right. Let's do having male friends. I feel like we touched on this topic often.
Okay, having male friends. Now, this is something that I saw, like, on Twitter that was very, like, a controversial subject. But as you guys know, you know, we have a pretty big friend group, you know, and it consists of a lot of male, like, a good amount of males. Yeah. And I guess, you know, it's hard for some people to, like, really think that, like, you can just have and maintain platonic friendships. I understand that, because society, I guess. But honestly, I feel like the key to having good male friends is just being around men that respect you. Because don't get me wrong, I know that out there they can be men that just want to be your friend for the wrong reasons, and then it can never stay as friends because they always think it could be something else. But I feel like the key is just finding men that respect you and that you can honestly trust. And, you know, that's not built overnight. That's something, you know. And
it goes back to the red flag. I'm not gonna lie, you'll see red flags in people who want to be your friend versus a man who wants to be like your...
Wants to be something
more than that. There are red flags within that. But I feel like the older you get, the more weird it becomes, because it's like... I don't feel like you should be a grown adult and, like, maybe like you're in a relationship and you're befriending other males. Like, that to me is just... I don't see why it's necessary. And the older I feel like we get, the less you start having common, the less you have in common with, like, the opposite sex, I guess. Like, unless we maybe met at work or school or something like that.
I mean, it could be seen as, like, disrespectful to, like, your significant other. Like, this is, like, later down the line, you know, when, like, you're married and all that. I get how it can be seen as disrespectful.
I don't know, I think, and I feel like once you do, if you're not in a relationship, who cares? But once you do get in a relationship, you'll notice your friendships with, like, this people of the same sex will kind of start to die down. Like, I feel like it's just a natural, like, respect thing. I feel like once you start dating someone, like, you shouldn't be necessarily you shouldn't be planning 10 different hangouts with your girl best friend or whatever the case may be, or making it be like a sus situation. Like, don't go in like you never can invite your significant other or whatever the case may be. Like, don't make it look awkward.
I feel like everything is, like, respecting.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, getting over someone that isn't good for you. This is a major problem for our age group. Let's just be honest here. Like, it's just something that you're gonna deal with in your 20s, like early 20s, because I feel like the younger you are, the more there are red flags, and you ignore those red flags about people when you're young, because to you it's kind of like, I got time, like, it's not that big of a deal, he'll change.
He's not changing.
He's not gonna change.
I promise you he's not gonna change.
He's not gonna change. It's not gonna change.
You are not.
And you're not the person he wants to change for. Let's just.
Yeah, like, I'm not. If you think he's gonna change, save yourself the time. And leave. Like, there's nothing for you to do. Like, there's nothing for you to do, but in terms of getting over someone that like is not good for you, I feel like, you know, that's something you have to grow to do. Like, it's not easy, especially if your feelings are involved and da 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 da. But you just really need to think to yourself what you want and if that aligns with
what you want.
Because at the end of the day, certain things that you need to put up, certain things you don't need to put up with. Because this is a big subject.
It is a big subject. It's a big topic. It's something that, because I'm not gonna lie, there's no secret code to getting over someone.
Yeah.
There's no
secret code. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, like, no one could tell you, like, your friends, none of that. You have to like want to leave and like
want better for yourself. Honestly, you have to.
And honestly, it's really women that will continue to stay. A man, if he finds something in a woman he doesn't like, he's leaving. Like, he's not putting up with it. So I feel like as women,
match the energy.
Yeah, you have to match the energy, because at the end of the day, that energy will never be reciprocated
to you. Yeah, and it kind of goes back to the player question, because it's like men will be a player, men will play women, men will sleep with plenty of women, and it's not a problem. But the moment that you do, it is a problem. So just, he'll walk away from you if he, like she said, if he finds a quality that he doesn't like. So you should do the same. Don't be sitting around waiting for X, Y, and Z to do for you, because he's not doing it.
And just know, like, when someone shows you their true colors, believe that, because just believe it, because what they're showing you is really how they feel. And not only that, but I saw a tweet and it was saying like women will like get mad at a guy for being toxic, but like he never steered you the wrong direction.
He didn't. He never
steered you the wrong direction.
He never will. Men don't lie. And men are bad like at being secretive.
And I'm not gonna lie, if it's bad for you and like he's misleading you, whatever the case is, the signs will be there. It's just up to you if you want to pick them up or not.
Yeah, those red flags. Find the things that are red flags for you. It's important.
Their actions will never lie. Like,
okay, I feel like my face is looking real.
Oh shit!
What?
I started beating with the beauty blender in it. Let me wet it. I don't know why I went to like put my face in like it was gonna.
How to look presentable? That's a good girl talk question.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like a lot of people think that it's hard. Like, that it's hard to like look presentable, when in reality, like, we were just talking the other day about like how different we looked in high school, but we really didn't look that much different. We just started like
carrying ourselves different.
Doing our hair like we should all the time, like doing our makeup, like being more womanly, like our facial, like face wise, we didn't really change.
You really grow into your own style. And like finding that is like the first step. I know it's kind of hard like when you're growing up, like, but I mean, once you find like what you like and like you have a trial and error, because I'm not gonna lie, like it's not easy like finding your style, like really knowing what looks good on you.
It's not.
So
I'm not gonna lie, confidence is the #1 thing to looking good.
And even if you know you're not confident, because there's times I don't feel the most confident, but honestly, like,
it'll
fake it till you make it. Like that's a real thing. But I feel like, especially as you grow up and you turn from like a girl to like a woman, like your style evolves with you, and like just the way you hold yourself in general.
And presentable isn't even like, some people consider like them being presentable, getting your hair, nails, and like lashes done, for example. But it doesn't even necessarily have to be that. Like, just do whatever makes you feel your best. Like,
because you don't always have to be done up to like feel that way. I mean, if that makes you feel good,
it's really whatever makes you feel your most confident. Like, some people feel the most confidence when they have no nails on, no lashes on, just bare face and walk out the door, which is great. While some people want to have their lashes done, hair done, nails, and everything needs to be done for them to feel presentable. Figure out what it is that you need to do to make yourself feel the best, and that honestly will, like we said, it will show through. Ooh, I feel like I'm giving wash out.
No, you're not. Let me see. No, you're not. You just need like lashes. Are you putting on lashes? No, you're not. Right age to start dating.
There's no right age. We'll start there.
Yeah, there's no right age. I feel like to be in a serious relationship though, like maybe when you're a little bit older and more mature. Yeah, because like dating in like elementary school, like why?
My mom needs to say, what are y'all doing?
Why?
What are y'all doing? Y'all can't even go to the movies together. Like, you have to ask your mom, can you take me and Johnny to the movies?
But that relates to another question. Is sex and like it being a pressuring thing in your relationships and stuff like that?
I'm not gonna lie, honey. If you ever feel pressure in that area,
leave.
Walk away.
Because even if like
walk away. Walk away. Even if you're grown and like you're supposed to be doing that, or like that's a normal thing, or whatever the hell people want to say, it should never be that big a deal. Like it should never be that big of a deal until you and your partner both want to, y'all mutually make it a big deal. But they need to read the room, because honestly, if you like, I'm giving you that energy that's not what I would like to do. So if you're not catching on to that, red flag.
And the situation is just all bad, like if he needs to force you to that and you even feel forced, period.
And I feel like that's a really big problem when you're dating young, because boys in general, I'm not gonna lie, boys from a young age are very sexual, and they from early on sexualize women, and women aren't that way at all at an early age. So you really have to be very, very careful for what you're getting yourself into, because next thing you know, you're 15 and a guy is pressuring you to get into bed with him,
and being safe, and
you probably being so young don't even know how to say no. You find yourself in a really like serious situation, which is why I would only say no.
It's a big red flag.
It's a big red flag. And I'm not gonna lie, boys and men, they'll give you signs of like them being overly sexual very early on. If a man is asking you about sex on the first date, problem one. Like he shouldn't be asking you about.
But if it's someone you're like in a relationship with, you can be like, hey, look, I'm not ready for that. And if they don't respect it, then
walk away.
You just have to leave.
Walk away.
Because that's not something you need to be forced with. That's a big thing. Big step in
being in a relationship. And if you're never comfortable, like it just doesn't. Like I said, they should get the vibe early on of what you want. And honestly, as a female, you should be not necessarily be the one to like introduce that, but you should be the one to like ensure the comfortability of that situation, if that makes sense. And say you're ready. That's something that you're interested in. And I'm not gonna lie, if he mentions it one time and he gets that your energy is like really low, or like that's not the vibe you're on, it should instantly be like deaded. Like it shouldn't be an ongoing question like, why haven't you done that yet? Why don't you want to do this yet? Like it shouldn't be something that you sit there and like ponder and question on. No is no.
Or if they try to like threaten, they'll go do that with somebody else.
Red flag. And boys, like I said, early on you don't know what to do in those situations. Like it's very difficult to like say no, stand your ground. So just avoid those situations all in all.
Okay, the next question we got is being single and dating in your early 20s. This is a big topic. This is something that like is a prevalent issue when you're at this age.
Because you're walking out today and you feel like you should be in a relationship, and if you're not in a relationship, you feel like you should like be talking to multiple people, like you should just be dating. And like I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, the pandemic don't messed it up. Like that really ruined things, like the dating scene for us. But like just I don't know, I feel like it's important in your 20s, like if you walk into college without a relationship, I personally feel like you shouldn't necessarily go seeking one out. Like really take that time to like fully invest and like focus on yourself. And like obviously things will come your way. Obviously you can't help if you end up falling in love with somebody or really liking someone, like you can't help those types of situations, but use it as a time to like be by yourself, fully learning and adapting to yourself.
I feel like if you do get in a relationship this young, still find yourself within that relationship, like still know how to be by yourself,
understand yourself,
and be able to grow, because I feel like at this age there's still a lot of discovering to do about yourself. And sometimes sometimes certain relationships can feel like they cloud
and they become, honestly they can become like not draining, but just overly consume you. Like completely consume you, which is not ever good.
And even if you are single at this age, just know that all that stuff that like you're looking for, you might see on social media, like all like relationship goals and all that, it'll all come to you. Like
it'll naturally
everything has its own timing. and you should just take this time to like really like set yourself up to where you want to be in life, and know that all that stuff comes like, and it's not as glamorous as it looks. Like,
yeah, it's not. Don't be looking at other people and like thinking like, oh my god, their relationship looks so great, and like this, that, and the other. Like, there's so many times where you see on social media like the couple that you like thought was gonna be forever, the couple, they are no longer in a relationship, and to yourself you're thinking, why the hell did their relationship end? But honestly, like, there's so much that you don't see behind the scenes, even with like if you have friends that are in long-term relationships. Like, there's so much you don't see. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy
your youth, because you have your whole life to like focus on that.
Focus on someone else, being with someone else.
Just giving yourself, like, giving someone your time and energy. And
don't feel bad. Don't let anybody else's don't envy anybody's like relationships or having a boyfriend. Like, don't do it. Okay, let's finish up our makeup. Okay guys, so we just finished up our makeup. We are ready to go out. We took down our hair. But yeah, I really enjoyed talking to you guys about these topics. I will see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.
And we'll see you next time.